Good afternoon to you. It's your man, all the way George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Bodybuilding Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, like I said, I appreciate y'all coming in. I guess got my, the one person that comes in. I appreciate you for coming. I'm glad that I hope you ever had a good weekend. You know, and this is episode 24 of Muscle Talk Mondays. And if you look the description, and you will see we're going to talk about the subject is going to be talked about is tattooing in the sport of bodybuilding. And recently, some time ago, a bodybuilder I was a big fan of, I still like her, but her look has changed, and that is did an interview for CNN, and that is Renee Campbell. And Renee has been a bodybuilder for quite some time. She competed for maybe a good few years as a pro, and her story about her life, how she got into bodybuilding, is very interesting. It's just how she started out. She was very bulimic and anorexic, and she got into sport as a way is is like so many other bodybuilders by way of her athletic background. She also did the Iron Man competition back in the days, and recently, as you know, some time ago, she retired from bodybuilding, and she decided to focus more on her career outside of sport. And she mentioned how that she's trying to do a new look for the for sport bodybuilding, to give a new look to women bodybuilding, give attention to the women bodybuilding. But to me personally, I loved what she was before. How she looked, her original physique, and her body was. But now, it's her tattoo is a bit extreme for my taste. Nothing against people. If people who like get tattoos, that's fine. That's cool. But tattoos not never been my thing. I just feel like some women take it a little overboard, you know, and they go to a extreme. And there's some bodybuilders I follow who have tattoos, and sometimes some have said that you tattooing sometimes often gets in the way. Sometimes the judges don't like it that much because it feels like it takes away from critique of the physique. You don't really see as much. Like I think you really miss out on a lot of muscle detail with tattoos. It's one thing with the skin itself where you can see it, but then when you take and uh, put ink across the human body, and it just takes away from what that person's body supposed to look like. You don't really see as good, you know. But like I said, with my man Jared, we'll probably talk about the subject. I know he has his thoughts on it, and I want to give my opinion, my thoughts about it. And I think there's a lot of women who do it now. There's some ladies I follow who I'm fans of, and they have started. Others who have been doing it for a while. Some who just start getting into it. Like one of my favorite bodybuilders, I just did a video about her and two of them, and that was Regina Sanchez and Jay Fooks. And just some time ago, Virginia started doing tattooing, and you notice that she has a couple on her forearms, and then she has one on her, I think, a lower left leg or the lower right. Trying to remember. If anybody knows which one it is, y'all can share in the comment section. Let me know because I'm trying to remember. But I know she started getting tattoos the past, um, you know, year or so. As you know, she's been sitting out for most of since 2020 because of she shot most of 2019 because she wanted to really develop her physique, get a little bit more size to it, and and that's the way you want to go. But anyway, and Jay Fuchs, he always had tattoos for a long time. But some don't get too much of the way of her muscles. You might see that one on her, the fish right here on her, right here above her uh right hip. Some on her arms and her shoulders and her back. A little on her legs. And like I said, that's her style, that's her look. She's been like that for a long time. And some of the tattoos go back before her bodybuilding career, like when she was competing in combat sports. You know, And there's a bodybuilder who I follow. I'm reaching out. Maybe someday do an interview with her, and that's Rashana Boswell. And that's what I want to ask about her. Like, how does uh, it affects her when it comes to judging? You know, has the tattoos, have her tattoos been the reason why some she feel like that maybe she hadn't placed as well in competitions because the judges are, some judges are pretty much, they have an ideology of what a body should look. Now they don't get as bad on the men when they had you know, oh, just gonna be lurking today, watching the stream. Oh yeah, I sent a thing to Jared. Jared's gonna be lurking, just watching the stream. If I knew that, I should have sent some pictures. But you know what? I can do that. I can find some pictures because there's quite a few ladies in the sport. And like I said, you know, I'm gonna ask Jared. Jared. You know, okay. So like I said, Jared. What's your personal thoughts on tattoos? Like, I wonder how he feels about female bodybuilders. You know, tats. Yeah. And you see, if you see the in the what's the face? Yeah, he's not a fan. I can understand how some guys are not a fan of it because, like I said, to me, it takes away. As long as it's not too many, and that's the thing is, some women go a bit to the, extreme. You know, Here's one thing about tattoos, especially for women: keep away from your face. You know, don't be like Lil Wayne or Post Malone. You know, I don't think you should have tats that close to the one thing I think that really draws guy in is your face. And you know, if you like tattoos, that's your personal choice. I have nothing against it, but like I said, I'm not a fan of it personally. And what some of my, some of the some of the ladies I really like who are great bodybuilders, we have great physiques. Many of them have quite a few tattoos. But so again, I mentioned, Jay Fooks. As you know, Jay is, she's been in the game for quite some time, and before that, she was, she did combat sports. Everything, everything to the stream is bad. Yeah, yeah, you gotta be careful what you do because here's this is. I was with the Freemy Brothers this week. She had only two tats. Oh, who was she? Jay, Jared, you want to spill the secrets? Who was she? Anybody we know? Was she just somebody up and comer? Or hey, Jay, if she's interested, maybe I'd like to do an interview with her. That'd be nice. Just if she, hey, just see if she ever interested about doing an interview for my show, Jay. Maybe we can get on the next Muscle Talk. We don't have to say, you know, about the other stuff, but if she's interested, just later just send me a picture or something about her. Maybe I can just reach out and just say, you know. But yeah, yeah, you can tell me in private. When I go off, uh, for privacy reasons, yeah, yeah. When I go off, you can just I sent you a thing. Talk to me through what's the face. You got the link, okay? You got the link. All right, you be good. But anyway, it's always been a debate about female bodybuilders and tattoos, and it's something of a choice for many of these women. Some of these women they choose to do it because the fact is that's what they like, that's what they are into. Um, some time ago, I did a video about an up and coming physique competitor, and she is pretty cool. I mean, I follow her on social media, and her story is just she has an interesting story how she came up. She was a I think she went through she grew up kind of almost in foster homes. She grew with some great people who were her parents that loved her, and she also had some bad relationships. but she is an amazing lady with a great physique and a great body and great future. And I Rachel Daniels. And Miss Daniels has a look to her, a style to her that is just kind of, she's kind of really, how the best way to describe her, I would say, uh, funky fresh in a way. And a while back, I did a video for Rachel, where in which trying to get her support because she wanted to um, do get become a model for a magazine called Ink, and Ink is a well-known um, magazine dedicated to uh, women to tattooing, and she has multiple tattoos, many tattoos. I think not really as many. Most notable ones are, she has the one in her on her front of her chest. That's like wings and a dagger, like a sword, and that's, I would say, one of her more popular tattoos. And also, she has the one on the back. And I think the story with that one on the back, she mentioned that she got that years ago when she was young. She had some surgery. She has some some issues with her back. I think she was in an accident or something, and she has that long long back tattoo from the back of the neck all the way back. And this is just her style. She has a style to her, and I kind of like her. I mean, it's very, like I said, she's very, how the best way to say, she's very urban in a way. And some people may not like her style because it seems like it's maybe a style that some people prefer, but it's a style that's her own. And you know, if I should deal with this, was usually I would usually do set up some pictures because, but usually I have Jared out here, we talk. But this time Jared is doing. He's sitting in the stream hanging out. So I'm not going to fault Jared, but I am going to go over to her IG in a bit because that's I follow her. And I remember she did a one time she was on IG and she was talking how somebody was telling her about some information. I think they were telling her what they were going through, and she gave her opinion of it. And I've been reaching out about doing a video sometime soon. And it's it's like I said, it's hard to get a lot of these women because many of them, they're busy, they're competitive, they're busy, they got things to do, and I understand that. That's not, I'm not gonna you know knock this. They're but they have a life, and sometimes they may not be types who feel comfortable about talking about themselves or talking to somebody else outside of outside of a um you know their community. But like I said, this is somebody I think I would like to have a nice, interesting conversation about. You know, and I'm trying to get to, here we go. As you know, she placed at I think she placed the top 10 at the Romanian Muscle Fest, and you know that's pretty good. Not the Romanian, I saw not the Romanian, at the Olympia, and you know to go through what she go through and to survive between bad relationships and ups and downs of life is pretty good. You know, and let's see, and I'm about to see. Give me some time. I'm sometimes I need what I tell you we do screen share. I need two. I wish I had two screens. Maybe I get another laptop that help me out a little bit. But right here, as you notice, years ago she had like a crooked spine. So I think she might have a scoliosis of the spine. And you notice, how she probably still has that scar, and that's the reason why she has that tattoo because of that scar. And that's a that's just it's nice with the design. It covers the scar pretty good. I think that's the thing with having tattoos. Sometimes there might be some other scars that might cover it. And like I said, Rachel has a look to her, style to her. I mean, she's really, you know, just amazing dancer. She does a lot of performance stuff. You know, she's very into hip hop. I mean, one time I was on IG. She had a bunch of friends with her. And one dude called himself his her gay husband. And here, right here, this is a picture. I think it's a video. It's like uh, I believe it's the like an X-ray of her spine. You know, it's a custom spine X-ray tee with underestimated underestimated me that will be fun in front of the out now the link. I think yes, this is she has her own site called the realloislane.com. So I say check it out. I mean, maybe if you like her and you like her stuff, I mean buy the shirt. Buy a shirt or two. You know. I think she has a real style look to her. I mean, very, you know, nice style. She's a cool person. I say, Jared, what you think of Richard Daniels? You into her? She's too small for you? You think you don't like the tattoos? Yeah, that's what I miss about having somebody to talk to sometimes. But I still do pretty good on my own. And there's so many, and also like I say, I remember that one tattoo is, here's here the one that's you know both tattoos together. The one with the dagger in between the chest with the wings, and the other one together. And like I said, a while back, she was competing for an opportunity to be a model for Inc. But I think it didn't pan out. I even did a video where I was trying to see maybe get enough votes for her. But what happened was more likely, you know, she didn't get picked. But you know, and she also became Rookie of the Year. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. She's really has come a long way in her stride as a competitive bodybuilder. Just getting her pro card and then turning around and competing at the Olympia. But you know, yeah, yeah, she has a nice thing. Oh yeah, oh no, she's a women's physique, Jared. She does physique. That's what she does, and she has a nice look to her. Like I said, it's really kind of like I said, funky fresh look. She probably called me an oldie fogey if I said that to her. And there's so many other women in the sport who get tattoos, and most notably a lady that I follow. She's an amazing female bodybuilder. You know, I reached, like I said, I reached out before to her recently about if she's going to do the remaining muscle fest. She responded, yes, that's the plan. You know, and I said I want to wish her good luck. I hope she does make it because I'm sorry, not the remaining muscle fest, the Rising Phoenix, and that's Miss Rashada Boswell. And now, if you know about Miss Boswell, you know she got into the sport. She in around about the early 2000s, and she's also a trainer. She's a wife and mother. She has two cute little babies. You know, and she's done a few shows, the Omaha. She's done Savannah. And she's done Chicago Pro, and she's also at the Rise of Phoenix. But like I said, she does have quite the number of tats. You know, most notably, uh, her back and her arms and her shoulders. She has what you call a sleeve. You know, and thing with a sleeve, it really, I think with sleeves or any kind of like extreme tattooing, back tattooing, it does take away some features. Now she's most of her tattoos are the upper body. I don't see too many tattoos around the legs. But like I said, she has some here on her back. This big one right here with the star sleeves. Several other tattoos, mostly smaller ones. You know, around around the chest. This is Rita right here. You know, she has a great. I'm honestly gonna say she has a great body. I like her physique. She does have that one here on her stomach. You know, but yeah, you see, she has this, it's not like a full out sleeve, but you notice, yeah. But she does have a great physique. Uh, Yeah, she's a pretty good poser. And not that long ago, I did a video where I said she should have won the Chicago Pro. Yeah, she has a style to her. I like Rashana. She has a nice look to her. She's attractive. She's young. You know, I hope she does pretty well in the upcoming shows. I think the best show for Rashana to do, in my opinion, she should do the Omaha first because this is what you should do. Do some of the smaller shows. She's the good thing. She skipped the Tampa last year. I would say skip the Tampa this year. Do the Omaha, do the Linda Norfolk. If you can, do the Puerto Rico. I think do the Puerto Rico, do the Omaha, do the Linda Norfolk, and maybe do the Savannah or the New York Pro. You know, cut them down to maybe 4 shows. Skip the Tampa and skip the Chicago because those are the biggest shows, and they usually go with somebody who's more established in the sport because Alicia Young won it back in 2019. They last year they gave it to Teresa Invasic, Invasic, and I forget who won it in 2018. I'm trying to remember. When Chicago in 2018. I forgot. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. Oh, it was that chick, Jill Blendon, because that was the year that I was really pissed because I felt like you know uh Jay Fu should have won that show. If they're gonna give Jay, she should have gave it to Maria Milko. She should have won it, in my opinion. You know, that's just me being a fan. And like I said, I do like Rashana. Rashana has a nice look to her. You know, she has a cute little babies. You know, and like I said, I think if she really work on a few things, tweak a few things, there's a good chance she her last couple of shows she made the top 2. Some she made the top 5, the top 3, top 5. But I think she has a good chance of maybe winning a show. Once she win, I like this. If you win a show, only show you should do after that is maybe the Rising Phoenix and nothing else. I mean, because that helps you. When if you like this, if you win a show, you get a chance. You can rest. You can focus on the Rising Phoenix, which is Invitational, and focus on the Olympia. So, like I said, I'm a fan of Rashawn. I think she's an amazing person, and I'm hoping someday, if things get a little better, if like I say, if she gets a time, I'd like to do interview. I'd like to really talk about more about her life, her family, and and how she feels does tattooing affects her opportunities in competitions? Does judges he feel that judges are prejudiced against her tattoos? And there's quite so many women, especially I think mostly the younger women in the sport now. Not as many as the older women. I think it's mostly some of the younger girls who are more into tattooing, but I've seen a lot more older women get into it. And there's another woman who I started following some time ago, and she's up and coming. And I think she has a bright future in the sport. And I'm like I said, I reached out to her. I follow her. Maybe she might be interested in doing uh, interview for my channel. Um, and I like comments about, and she has a style to her that's similar to another bodybuilder I follow. The look is just about the same in a way, but I think yet different, and that is Angela Yao. And Angela, she doesn't have as many tattoos you would think, but I think me and her most of the tattoos are more noticeable. I think she has a few, but I think it's mostly the ones on her hands. She has tattoos on her knuckles. And if I can find a good picture of them, you can see it. And let me show you this one. This is I think she has a great body. I think she has a great future. I think she's yeah, and I think she might be switching over to. I think she does physique, but I think she might be switching over to bodybuilding. I just it's up in the air with a lot of these women. They, um, you know, compete, and you might come in one division, and then as judges are like this. Like I did an interview with um, uh, Jada Beverly. She said that her and that one show her and Mila Ash kind of told both to go up to bodybuilding. And I think there's a good chance that with her shape and conditioning, her size, she might get pushed up to women's bodybuilding. And like I said, she has a look to her. It's very, you know, like a lot of young women, the modern look. She has that the hairstyle is kind of you know, she reminds me of a way of Janine Lakowski, who I will mention later. And you notice she does have tattoos on her knuckles. Not as bad compared to others. She don't have too many noticeable ones like real large ones like on arms or legs. She does have these ones on her knuckles, if you see. And she's attractive. She's young. She has her hairstyle is kind of you know different. Not stereotypical uh, hairstyle as most females. But like I said, I would say again, she has a impressive physique. But if you just, like I say, as long as she stays within the realm of not too much of a extreme tattooing, where it's not too noticeable, where you can see the details, especially her arms, her abdominals, her back. It's just her hands, and I think that's a smart place to have tattoos. Someplace not in the way of the overall body. And like I said, like I said here, you can see her back. I know some women who do the extreme tattooing. I think she has that one little tattoo in the back, and that's about it. And like I said again, you see the hands. So I think it's kind of smart, because you really pay more attention to the rest of her physique, and the tattoos are not as distracting. So yeah, but she has a good shape. I think, like I said, I kind of like Angela. I really got into her. She did an interview with my man AJ over at Female Bodybuilding channel, and she has a great look to her. So I hope maybe I did send her a message about doing an interview, and maybe I hope I reach out. Maybe we get to talk. Talk about the subject of how she got into sport There's so many ladies who have so much of a look and a style to them. And like I said, I have nothing against your choice of having tattoos, but you understand the judges can be prejudicial. Sometimes some women do, even the ones with extreme tattooing, do pretty good. But there's some that are just a little bit too, you know, you know, I really should have did this. Like I said, I wasn't sure Jared's gonna be on. I really should have been looking and put some pictures together. But I'm just gonna talk to you and see. And name some ladies. If y'all out here who follow me, name some ladies that you know that you've seen that you just say, "Wow, you just, you got a little too far with the tattoos." Yeah. And here's a lady that I'm a fan of. I think she's amazing. She's a good person. She's a great choreographer in the sport. You know, she's been in sport for a long time. I follow her on social media. I reach out to her every so often, and that's Janine Mikowski. And Janine has tattoos. She has a look to her, a style to her. It's very, people might say outside of the box, but nowadays, even tattooing has not become, it's more. At one point, it used to be more outside of uh, of the standards of things, but it's become now more of the norm. You see more young people getting tattoos. More. It's gotten so popular. I've seen celebrities who for a long time never got tattoos get them because they get addicted to it. You just get one, and when you don't have that one, it's enough. You know, but she has a look to her. Janine. She has a lot of tattoos. She has on her arms and her wrists, and some around by her shoulders. And it's just you know it's the way she don't not too extreme where it gets away at certain details. Like she has the one here from her hand to her elbow here, the here saying about here, and then the one on the shoulder, and I think she has some on her shoulders. Not too many of her legs, but there are some women who do get the ones on their legs. And if, like I said, they're on here social media, I know I saw one. I saw one chick here one time that her tattoos were just whoa. And I don't know how, she does that well in judging, especially with that many tattoos. So, but the thing is that it is your choice as an individual what you like and what you feel is your style. And you know, and I can't say that I'm a be all big. I'm a big fan of the idea of tattooing. It's not, I don't know, a thing that I'm really into. I don't personally, I don't have tattoos. I know a family members that have my a couple of my sisters, you know my brother, my nephews, my nieces. You know, they have them, but that's the one thing I don't think I ever will do. I don't think I like the idea of having somebody dragging a hot needle across my skin. But the one person that I mentioned before that I was a big fan. She had a great physique, a great body. She had so much of a look to her. But she got out of the bodybuilding game to focus more on her life, and that is Renee Campbell. And Renee has really gone extreme. She, like I said, I think the last time she competed was back in 2016, and that was at the New York, as the Mendemore Norfolk Pro in Virginia. And her look has changed over the years. It's the last few years. She's now mostly she's training, and she's modeling. You know, and she used to just only have like that one tattoo in the back with the dragon and the star, and now she is tatted out. Yeah, I mean, from it's just this is the I think really more of the extreme right here. I mean, she has a complete sleeve. Tattoos on her knuckles. You see the ones on her quads. One right there on her lower abdominals. Her neck. I think I know she has some around her back, and she's been doing a lot more modeling in the last few years. You know, and she and this is like she just did a story about some time ago about her trying to bringing in more a new look to the sport. you know and you know um, like I said, I know everybody should to each their, like I was saying, each their own. But like I said, many of us who are fans of female bodybuilders, we love how the body looks, how it's like people might you might think of it as like a blank slate, kind of like a Picasso, you know. But then the body itself is more the art, and in my opinion, sometimes the tattooing can take away from the art. Like here with this picture of Renee with the tattoo on the back, and you don't really see the detail. You can see the muscle, but not as much the detail as she is because the coloring and the designs kind of cover it up a bit. You know, and it also covers that old tattoo she had on her back. You know, and like I said, this is a personal choice for a lot of these ladies when they do tattoos. And some say that they often have said that sometimes they feel like some don't get as judges well in shows because the judges are more prejudiced against the idea of tattooing. They're not a big fan of it. You know, they often will. You can come in best condition. You can come in your best condition, but then if you have any kind of heavy tattooing, like anything noticeable, anything that can take away from certain body parts, the judges will kind of, in a way, under the table penalize you, and that's just how it goes in the sport. You know, this it's just how the sport is. It's about the development of the human body, and I think a lot of judges feel that tattooing, takes attention away from the physique overall. But like I said, a lot of women have their look and have their style, and they really like doing tattoos. They like, they like to be something different, you know. And it's just, it may not be what you like as a fan or as a follower, but like I said, this is their lives and their choice. Like I said, one bodybuilder I follow that I'm a fan of, and she is into tattoos, and that is one Miss Jacqueline J. Fooks. And Jay before she got into bodybuilding was an MMA fighter. She did not MMA, she did boxing and boxing. She did that sports, and her tattoos are not too bad, I would say. Um, they're you know she has a few. They're kind of scattered. They're not you know too many bunched in one area. Like I said, she has the one on her right here above her hip, right like side of her stomach, her side of her abdominals, and she also has the a couple of her shoulders, one of her thigh, you know, and that's her look of style. I mean, you got the fish right there, one shoulder, and but you can still see most of her muscles. So, it's just the back, and and I'm hoping, like I said, once the season settles and the restrictions are lifted, we might see Jay compete. She has been absent since 2018. I think she decided to take some time off and focus on her developing more size. But like I said, Jay always had a look to her. And like I said, I'm a big fan of her. She's very, you know, artistic in her styles, And I think, like I said again, she has a great body. I can't. She has an amazing body. I just did like a video with Jay and Regina Sanchez where I talk about, you know, that's my silicone free um, uh, comparison, series. And like I said, Jay just has a great body and she has some pretty eyes too. I think she does. But that's not a here or there. Now, some like I said, I've often like I said, many guys like touch. Like have preference. That's not your look. That's not you like women with pure muscle, great bodies, great physique, and you know. But tattoo's gonna be like I said, it's gonna be here to stay. There's nothing you can do about it. We can't change it. The judges may not like it, but I think now some of the judges have to really, you know, really take a hard look. And if you have a competitor with a great condition, a great body, you know, you should look past all the ink and just see the muscle itself. You know, it's just, you really have to really train yourself to see that. And I know quite a few of some of those judges at the shows have tattoos themselves. So anyway, I didn't want to hold y'all up too long. This is something I just want to talk about. And if any of you have any questions, like I said, I appreciate y'all coming by. The two people that's here, like my man Jared, the people came by and dropped some likes. I really do appreciate y'all coming by and dropping the likes and let me know how you feel about my show. I do this because I'm a fan of the sport, fan of these ladies. I know a lot of you are fans of them too. And I want to call attention to some things here and there. I got some stuff that I'm working on in the pipe. I'm probably going to put them out in a bit. But this is just a subject that I think I want to touch on. So I appreciate y'all likes. Dropping the likes. If there's only 3 likes, that's good. I'm not looking for half a million, enough that when you took the time off to come in and say, well, I like the video. I like hearing you talk about the subject that maybe touches um, on my own experiences or your own experiences. But like I said, this is just something fun to do. I like doing this because every Monday, talk to my subscribers, my followers, and people like to listen to this subject of tattooing. It's pretty cool. You know. So anyway, I'd like to thank Jared for coming by. Everybody else who came by and dropped a like, I'd like to thank you. I also shared the video with others. And just, if like I said, in the comment section, you know, drop your experience of when how you feel about female bodybuilders and tattoos. This is you like, you don't like, you feel like they take away from the physique. Do you think they add a new look to it? Just, share. All right. So anyway, Isha Man all the way is George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Bodybuilding Talk. Like, don't like, subscribe, don't subscribe. I'm out.